There we go. Alrighty, so I will continue to let people in, but thank you for being here. Thank you for investing in yourself and your business and learning this tool. It's one of my favorites that ERA has to offer. I've got maybe 3 favorites, and this is one of them. So there's some features within Video Buzz that are set it and forget it. And I think that anytime you can automate parts of your business and add touch points to your clients to help you stay top of mind and get more business and more referrals, that's a win. So I'm going to turn this over to Mo Moses, who is, if I'm not mistaken, Mo, the CEO of Video Buzz. You're kind of the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, the man behind the curtain. That's a good way to put it.
That's right. So he is fun to listen to, fantastic teacher. So you guys are going to enjoy this. I will kind of kick back in the background. Mo, feel free to shout out questions if you have any, but go ahead and take it away.
All right, let me start by sharing my screen. It looks like
I need to give you that ability. Sorry about that.
I need the permissions from you.
And have them. You are now the host.
All right, let's try. It's saying host disabled participant screen share.
Let's try something else.
All right, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Now we should be good. All right, so let me know if you are seeing my screen now. Is it coming through?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for having me. Those that this is your first time, my name's Mo. We've done a couple of these, and we're going to do a few more, in the coming months as well. So the goal today really is just to, as Bethany said, some of you might have been a little intimidated or just a thought of video. What is this Video Buzz thing? If this is your first time seeing this or jumping in, I promise you the goal is to take the intimidation factor away. We do, as a company, we do a lot of the behind the scenes things for ERA corporately across the nation. And so what we're going to do today, I'm just going to walk through a few of those items. I'm going to keep some of it just kind of high level. We don't have to dive, super deep or have this be, real intensive where you get a headache from it. But as we're going through, if you do have any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that, feel free to unmute, to chime in. It's not at all, I don't take any offense or feel that it's rude at all. You're not interrupting me, or interrupting some flow. The goal is just to make sure that you get, again, your feet wet, get a little bit of comfort behind the system so that you can get in and at least start, at least have the confidence to start somewhere and get cruising on this. So this right here, what you see is a dashboard. This is the start of the Video Buzz platform. Now, for those that have never accessed this, the way that you get to your Video Buzz platform is directly through Leverage. Okay, so you don't need a special username or password and go to Video Buzz and log in that way. You're going to sign right into Leverage. You'll see a Video Buzz link there under the marketing tools. And it's going to automatically then route you into your own personal Video Buzz account. So rather than, like right now, I'm in the company account for RSVP, you're going to see your smiling face here, your profile picture, your information, and everything in the left side nav will be relating to just you, right? This will be your listings, your studio recordings, your automation controls, follow-ups, etc. Okay. So we're going to jump in, and where I'm going to start today, because this is kind of the, as I call it, the low-hanging fruit, is the follow-up program. And then we're going to tackle some client testimonials, just because there's not quite as much to learn there. Then we're going to jump into listings a little bit, teach you how to set up some automation, what the listings do. And we're going to end on studio, because that oftentimes is the most intimidating. So I want to make sure we get some time to cover that. Again, take that intimidation away so that you all at least will jump in there and get your ugly mugs on camera with me, right? So here we go. So jumping into follow-ups. For those that have not heard anything about this, or maybe you have, and you just haven't known where it is or how to access it, ERA does a really good job of having a buyer and seller follow-up program available to you. Now, what this consists of is 10 different email campaigns and 2 postcard mailers that get sent out to your buyers or sellers throughout the year. So when you click on follow-ups, what you will see is the recent mailers. These are the postcards that have gone out. You'll also see this carousel here of the recent email campaigns that have gone out. The email campaigns, I always like to preface, because, you know, we're all a little bit flinchy of getting spammed, you know, or what do the emails look like? I don't know if my clients would like that. ERA does a wonderful job with these. We deliver these because we send out hundreds of thousands of emails, and so we can ensure that these emails go to an inbox and not a spam folder for you. But what's really cool about these, if you haven't already taken part or seen this, these are all coming directly from you. They don't come from Video Buzz. They don't come from ERA. It's going to come from you as the agent. They're all branded to you. So this will be branded as though it's you. And then, of course, RSVP, you know, all of your brokerage branding there. All the content is written by ERA, by the marketing team, and it's really, really well done. You know, the imagery, the content that's written, it's very personable, and it's relevant to either the season, you know, some market trends, tips and tricks for a home, you know, getting your house ready for summer or for winter, or different things like that, that seem to really resonate with the buyers and sellers as they get these. The reason that we know that is out of the hundreds of thousands of emails that we send out, we have less than a 1% unsubscribe rate, which is unheard of, right? And so all that tells us is it's good content. It's a great way to kind of have a touch point and stay in front of those buyers and sellers. So one of the best parts about this is on the buyer side. So you can see here, there's a buyer side to enroll a property or to view your already enrolled properties. And then you have a seller side. So if you wanted to enroll a property from your seller or view your enrolled properties, it's kind of just broken up into those two. To enroll a property, ERA will pay for this for you. Okay, let me repeat that. ERA will pay for this for you. It costs you nothing to market to your buyers for 4 years. This includes the postcards and all the emails. The only requirement from you is that you enroll them within 30 days of the home closing. Okay, that's all you have to do. If it goes beyond 30 days, ERA won't cover it. Here you can see there's a few that are beyond a 30-day mark. But when you log in, all of these that you see that say eligible, this is an opportunity to enroll them and have it cost you literally not 1 penny. Okay, so if you're wanting to, you know, utilize this platform, and some people say, hey, I don't want postcards going, or I've got my own way to market that is working for me. That's great. You know, we're not trying to force feed anything or ramrod this. But if maybe this is the first time you've heard about it, or you've been wondering how and you'd like to, all you have to do is log in, click to enroll a property. Anything that's eligible, you can simply click on this enroll all free properties button. And now all of your properties that are eligible will be automatically enrolled. And for 4 years, you're going to be staying in front of your previous buyers, just letting them know, hey, you're thinking about them, you're still in real estate, if they needed anybody to help them with a future transaction. Okay.
Mo, how much does it cost if we miss that 30-day window where ERA pays for it?
Yeah, great question. So both for buyers that have gone beyond the 30 days or for sellers, because ERA does not cover the seller side, if you would like to enroll somebody, and again, it's either beyond the 30 days for a buyer or you're wanting to enroll a seller, it's $12 for all 4 years, like $12 total, right? So $3 a year. And that covers the postcards, that covers the postage, and that covers all of the emails. So still pretty inexpensive, you know, gives you that option. And all you would do to do that is choose whichever one of these you'd like. You would click to enroll that selected property, and then it will just pop open a little page through Stripe that you can put in your credit card and enroll whoever you would like. Now, the other piece to this, and we'll just jump back here real quick, is if you wanted to view all of your already enrolled properties. So if you were wondering, hey, who do I already have that I'm marketing to, you can jump into the enrolled properties section, and this will load all the listing addresses. Obviously, this would be just you as the agent, because again, I'm logged in at the brokerage level. But this will show you the end date of the marketing, when the listing was sold, and the recipient info. If you needed to, maybe Bonnie got a new email address and you wanted to jump in and edit this and make sure that she, has her emails rerouted to a new email address, you have the ability to do that, okay? The other option under details and edit, just to kind of point out, this isn't all the time, but sometimes this will happen, is this section right here for an alternative address. In the event that this was an investor, right? Or maybe this is a vacation home for your client. You do have the ability, if you said, hey, I want the postcard to go to where I know they're living, not to the vacation home, or I don't want it to go to the rental property. I want it to go to this different address. So if for any reason you don't want the postcards to go to the listing address, you can jump into edit, and that's what this alternative address is for. All right, let's pause real quick. Any questions on follow-ups? Or anything, Bethany, that I didn't cover here?
I think maybe I would just point out that all the buyer and seller information is automatically ported in from the back-end system. So you guys don't even have to add email addresses and phone numbers as long as you've included those in your other places. SkySlope. Is it pulling from SkySlope or Dash?
Straight from Dash.
From Dash. So just get your information put in where you need to put it, and then it's going to show up here automatically. So it's a simple, like, 2-click, 1-click, 2-click, get it done. Set it, forget it. I love this.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. We've had phenomenal response on this program. So make sure you jump in, take advantage of that. All right, so the other piece, jumping away from buyer and seller follow-up. The other thing that we run, and you can find this under automation, okay, under your automation tab, as Bethany was saying, there's a lot of things that are the set it and forget it. We like to kind of just automate whatever we can, or at least at a minimum, make it really, really easy for you, okay? So under this automation tab, you're going to see two different types of automation that you can run within VideoBuzz. The first one here is listing lifecycle. This is to automate all your listing videos out to social media, and we're gonna jump into that here in a little bit. So I'm gonna skip it for now, but we'll come back. What I want to focus on right now, though, is client reviews. Now, in the past, these have been called the client testimonials. So whether you've heard testimonials or client reviews, either one, what this is these are all of the testimonials or reviews that when ERA post-transaction, they go and they send out to your clients a review card, right? That just says, hey, can you rate Brian? And how did he do? How was he as your client? Did he this? Did he that? All of those get sent back to the brand, and any of them that received a 5-star rating get pulled into the VideoBuzz system. Okay, so you don't have to worry about, what if it was my one bad transaction or something kind of went sideways, and I'm worried because I don't want a 3-star review to go out to the world, right? We only pull in the 5-star reviews that you have permission to use publicly. Okay, so totally safe there. How this works, this will automatically pull up. You won't have to do the office selected. Again, it's because I'm in the company account. But this will pull up for you your client reviews. This is going to give you some options here. Okay, so here's where you can choose your Facebook account and whichever Facebook page. So if you have multiple pages, you'll be able to see from this drop down whichever page you would like to set these up for. In the center, you can see you have a couple different choices here as well. So the 3 choices here, by default, it will do post after 48 hours. You do have the choice to post this immediately, meaning as soon as this review comes into our system, we're going to post it to whatever Facebook page you have. You can say, hey, post this after 48 hours, right? I want you to automatically do it, but give me a couple days just to double check the details and make sure what was said has proper grammar or whatever. Or this third option is to require your approval. So this will essentially make this to where it's not automated anymore. However, for those of you that are flinchy or just say, hey, I don't want anything getting posted unless I click to approve it, that's what the require approval is for. But keep in mind, it's not going to post unless you get in here and manually tell it to, okay? Email confirmations, our system will send you a nice little email that just says, hey, congrats, here's your most recent client review on Facebook, just so that you know when one came in and it's out on your Facebook page. And then lastly here, you'll see the different templates. You can choose one of these, two of these, all three of these, totally up to you and your preference. If you choose multiple, it will just kind of randomize those so that every post, some people like every post to look the same. Some of them like a little bit of a different header. Totally up to you. Everyone's kind of got their own preference. Okay. When you click save, this is going to turn this on with all of your different preferences. And from that point forward, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay. You've connected Facebook. You've told us how you'd like these to post. If you'd like emails and what they should look like, you press save and you're done. You're ready to rock. Down below, here you can click the see all, and you're going to start to see all of your different reviews that have come in. Now, again, just to reemphasize here, if for some reason you see that, hey, I'm missing one, I know Bethany gave me a 5-star review. Why isn't it in here? And we get asked this quite a bit. The odds are 99% of the time, if you jump into leverage, the reason that Dash didn't send this to us is because your client didn't check the box to give permission to use it publicly. So oftentimes you can reach back out to them, ask for them to go, edit and check that box, and then you'll be good. But sometimes there are 5-star reviews that they didn't say, yep, Mo can use this publicly, and that will prevent it from coming in here. Okay, just FYI. You can see here what this looked like, who the client was, when this was received. If it was posted on Facebook, it's going to give you a link right here. So I could click on this, go directly out to Facebook and see how many likes, shares, comments, what's the engagement right out on Facebook. Details and edit or delete. Now notice down below, if something has not been posted, it's going to give me some different options. I can post this now. If I had required approval, I can click to approve this. So you'll see some different options, along with the details and edit. Now, if I click details and edit, what you will see, this is what was actually written by Charles and Lori. Okay. Now, we give you the ability to jump in here and edit this. The goal is not that you plagiarize the heck out of it or just write the best review ever. Let me tell you how great I am. That's not the goal. The goal is that if there are some punctuation or, we've had some people say, hey, this just posted and it was a 5-star review, but their choice of words were a little bit colorful. They swore a couple times praising me, but I'd rather that not be out on my page. So if in any way you needed to do some minor edits, clean up some language, change some grammar, punctuation, that's what the goal of the details and edit feature is. Okay. All right. So again, where I find this, just to reiterate, automation, under this automation section, client reviews, and this will automatically pop up and know which office you're in, so you don't have to do this little selector. And then you're going to set this and forget this. You're going to pick your Facebook page, pick the, how you'd like it to post. And if you'd like an email, tell us the design, press save, and away you go. Another cool feature that, just helps bring a few more posts and obviously some praise about what a good job you're doing as an agent.
I need to say in here too that these reviews come in off of the email that ERA is sending out on your behalf after a closing. But we have the default set on that feature so that nobody is enrolled in that unless they opt in. So if you have not opted in, you will not see any of these testimonials come through on Video Buzz. So if you're not opted in, you can ask me to enroll you, and then those emails will start to go out on your behalf after a closing. The reason we have that set up is that some people already have a review system set up for their clients, and they didn't want to have two going out to confuse it or overwhelm, bombard their clients. So if you don't have a review thing kind of happening, a survey, this is a great option, but you do need to opt into that for it to work. So let me know.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to jump forward a little bit. We'll start back at the dashboard just so you kind of have a clean look here. So the next piece that we power is the listings, meaning the listing videos that get created on your behalf, okay? So when you click into listings, what you will see here, this will be not all of the office listings, but rather this will be your listings, okay? Now we have a cool new feature we're going to be launching just after Fuel. For those of you that might be a buyer's agent, that will allow you, it's going to have a little toggle up here, and it will actually allow you to jump in and see the company listings in case you wanted to promote those, to bring in some cross deals. If you wanted to promote those out on your website, maybe to some different buyers or whatnot. Okay, so that's not there just now, but it's going to be launched shortly after Fuel. We'll probably do another one of these, with whatever those cool new updates are. So right now, when you log in, if any of you are following along or doing this with me, what you will see is all of your listings on this page. Each listing is going to have its very own card, if you will, kind of a Pinterest style type of a card. And on that, you'll notice that you have 6 different buttons, okay? This first one is all the details of this listing. And if you'd like to edit that, and we're going to spend just a couple of minutes in there in a second. Analytics. So if you are interested in the stats, how many views do I have? How many clicks? What's this property doing now that I've shared it out to Facebook or Instagram or wherever? You can click on the analytics page. If you have not set up automation, and we're going to jump into that next, where you can have these automatically post to social media for you. If you haven't done that, or if maybe something posted, but now it's been a couple weeks and I want to post it again, right? And bring it to the top of my feed and get some more exposure, you can click on share now. This will allow you to share out to whatever your preferred social media networks are. You can delete this listing if for some reason you wanted to delete it. And then we offer a branded and an unbranded version of this video. If you wanted to send this back to your MLS, or you were worried about the reciprocity, agreements that you might have. So totally up to you. So, but branded and unbranded are right there. Details and edit. Here's where we're going to just take 60 seconds or so. I'm going to show you a couple different options. 90% of the time, you're probably never going to touch this, but for those of you that do want to make some changes, I'll at least give you a heads up here. So when you click details and edit, this page is going to pop up. Here's where you can play this video or preview this video if you wanted to. So, if I wanted to see, hey, what does the banner look like? How is this playing? I've got an open house coming up. What kind of is the vibe or the style of this video? All the pertinent property information that we pull directly from Dash, you're going to be able to see here and off on the right. If I scroll down, this is where you have a couple different choices, okay? The scene editor and the background music. 9 times out of 10, if somebody jumps in here, it's for one of those 2 things, okay? So let me explain. All the data, all the images that we get is coming directly from Dash. However, what's cool about the Video Buzz platform is if you have additional images, including videos, you can jump into the scene editor here and you'll see which ones that we've pulled in from Dash, but you do have the ability to add your own scenes too. So maybe you hired a videographer and you got some cool drone footage or something like that. You can click on add scene and you have the ability to now jump out, to your desktop, and you can pull in an MP4, panoramic videos, still shots, but really whatever it is that you want, right? And so what certain things that Dash does not allow, you can come in and you can manually add those in Video Buzz. And so again, on the listings side here, I know I'm repeating myself, but just, sometimes I need to hear things a couple times. So if on any of these I click details and edit, and then on that page, when you scroll down, you're going to see the scene editor. That's what you can jump into right here. If you wanted to edit any scenes, I can make this one, 10 seconds instead of 5. I can add some different fades, you know, a crossfade or a fade. I can add a sticker if I wanted it to be pending or open house or price reduced. A lot of different options on here. Again, none of it's required, but you do have the ability if you'd like to, okay? So it kind of gives you a preview. The other thing here is the background music. So we have a few different selections here. These are always changing. We're getting ready to update this library again because Facebook is always changing what you can and can't use. In the event that you would like to upload your own background music, you do have that ability. Word of caution here. Our system will allow you to upload whatever audio you want. There's no Video Buzz police that are going to come after you. We don't care, right? It's totally up to you. However, when you go send these videos out to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn or wherever, those platforms have algorithms that are going to read if this is copywritten music or not. Okay, so if any of you have utilized, you know, copywritten music and you've sent it out to Facebook, then you know how quickly they will flag your account or give you a warning or take your video down, or in some cases, you know, if it's a couple strikes, you know, they're going to ban your account, make you jump through some hoops to get it back. So we always encourage you, if you want to upload your own, make sure either you own the rights to it or that you have searched for a karaoke or an instrumental version of that, because most of the time that's how you can get around, you know, copyright. If you got a certain vibe or something that you're looking for, just make sure you find an instrumental or karaoke version. And again, usually you can get around it with that. So, all right. So scene editor, background music, that's, you know, the main functions for editing a listing that you would do within the Video Buzz platform. All the other property details, price reductions, things like that. As soon as you update that in the MLS, Dash gets it. We automatically update our system as well. Okay. All right. So automation. Remember, we were just in here a little bit ago, and the one side that we covered was client reviews, which is awesome. This listing life cycle kind of ties to your listings. So when we click in here, this is where you have the option to jump in and say, hey, you know what? It's great that my listings get automatically created, right? I love that I get these videos automatically done, but I don't even want to mess with them at all. I want them to get created, and I want you to send them out to social media for me, okay? That's what this page under the automations is for. Now, you're going to notice in here we have 5 different types or 5 different flags that we get of statuses directly from Dash. So when you have a new listing, if you have an open house coming up, when there's a price reduction, when the listing goes pending, and again, when it's sold. These are 5 different opportunities for you to get that listing, and most importantly, your face and your brand out in front of the public, okay? So you can turn on all of these. You could say, you know, I only want to market my just listed and my solds. Totally up to you, right? However you would like to market. If you click into any of these, it's going to now open up a screen where it's going to give you some different options that you can pick and choose from, okay? So very similar to setting up client reviews. What this is going to do is allow you to choose Facebook and my Facebook account and page, Instagram, my Facebook or my Instagram account and page, YouTube, my Instagram or I'm confusing everything apparently. I need more coffee. My YouTube account, my YouTube page. If you have a specific playlist or tags that you'd like to use on YouTube, Twitter or X, if anyone's calling it that, that's coming soon. We're just in the final approval process on there. And then of course, LinkedIn and TikTok. So whichever of these networks you utilize, you can connect all of those right here. You can choose for the daily posting, how many are the max posts per day that you would like. We also, as you can see down below, it's not there yet, but one of the new features that we're going to have after Fuel is a weekly post. So if you've got 4 listings and rather than have 4 individual posts, you'd like at the end of the week to post 1 carousel with all 4, that's going to be available there as an option, which Bethany, is a really cool, that's a really cool company feature we were asked to do. At the individual agent level, what we're seeing is most people still are doing individual posts, but for RSVP as a brand, that's going to be a real slick thing. I'll show you how it works. Options over here. If you have a custom signature, you can type it in here and turn this on. This would be, you know, we've heard or seen people have a certain saying or motto or slogan. Some people put in their favorite Bible verse or their designations or lots of different ways, you know, but if you've got some custom signature that you're kind of known for using, you can turn this on and type whatever your signature is in here, okay? And then lastly here, email confirmation. Again, would you like our system to send you an email anytime that there's a post out to social media, just so that you're not caught off guard and you know what was posted. Down below, you'll click save. And now this is going to save this and turn on for all of your just listed automations. Okay, so I know we're spending some time, you know, I'm kind of going through each individual step, but as you can imagine, you know, you're going to jump into these. Yep, connect Facebook, connect Instagram. Those are my pages. Great. Yeah, I want a max of 3 or 5 or whatever. And send me an email and click save. And you're done. It's set up for you. You don't have to worry about it anymore. For those of you that want to turn on all 5, you said, you know, I want all of these. Why would I not? All you need to do is click into global automation. And now you can set this up one time, right? You'll see up top, this will apply to all of those automations. So rather than having to click into all 5 individually, which you certainly can do, you do have the option, just click on global, do this thing one time, however you want, click save, and it will automatically then turn all 5 of these green, right? How these are green, they're gray if they're not turned on. So kind of gives you the visual through the colors. All right. Any questions on this? On this piece? Pause for a minute. No, all good. All right. If something comes up or you're still looking to unmute yourself and ask, feel free to interrupt in a minute. I'm happy to jump back to it. But hopefully, again, this is, you know, pretty easy, self-explanatory. On your automation page down below, like this is again where we were at under listing lifecycle. Here's where you're going to jump in and go through setting up, you know, any of those, which is great. Under the main automation page, you'll notice down below, it's going to show you your recent automations. So this will show me, you know, 5721 125th lane. You know, price, the automation type that ran was a price reduced. And here's where it was automated to. So if I wanted to, you know, see it on Facebook or go out to the YouTube video or whatever, it's going to show you where it was automated to. This one that ran, this was a pending, and here's where it was automated to, right? So kind of just gives you a preview of the most recent ones that have run. All right. So let's jump into Studio. I'm watching the clock. Oh, of course, my connection's interrupted. You gotta love live demos. All right, Studio. So we're gonna spend maybe 15 minutes in here. Okay, just going through the ins and outs. It's meant to be fun. It can absolutely be interactive, but this is the big bad monster. This is the scariest part of the whole system. So we want to take a little bit of time and just kind of ease your fears here if you haven't already jumped in and utilized this. Now, video, as you guys all know, is king. Everybody loves seeing video. They love getting video. As consumers of video, we love being spoon-fed, not having to read things, you know. We're kind of been spoiled in that way. And especially post-COVID, you know, when we were all on lockdown during COVID, man, video became real prevalent. We started utilizing Zoom more or GoToMeeting, virtual CMAs, virtual listing presentations. I mean, virtual open houses, you know, it was crazy, specifically in real estate too. It was amazing, you know, for us to even watch how unafraid realtors in general, how we all had to kind of just adapt to using video. And what's kind of cool that came from that is it forced all of us to realize how powerful video could be, right? If we actually do utilize it, it's kind of a cool tool, you know? And so what we've done with Video Buzz is we went in, and rather than just automating all your stuff, that part is great, right? Anytime I can get something done for me and I don't have to lift a finger, that's cool, right? I mean, that's awesome. However, we also started to see, man, there's a lot of power in building a suite that allows you to create your own videos too, right? So again, you don't have to, but I would encourage you to jump in here and utilize this studio. There's a couple of different ways that you can go in and create videos. You don't have to be Steven Spielberg. This is just set up to be really simple for you to either record yourself on camera, which you can see a couple samples of here, or you can utilize content that you've already got. So maybe you went out, you took some photos, you took some video clips of a house, and you're wanting to put those together in a video and be able to share that out to social media or through an email, or what we call a Vmail. Now, let me pause there for just a second, because this is a really powerful tool, okay? One of the biggest troubles or problems or issues with video has been that all of us, you know, in the real estate world and other worlds as well, man, we have databases of people. I still utilize email a lot as a good communication method, right? Video does not typically translate to email real well. And the reason is file sizes are too big, right? I can't see all your faces, but I'm sure there's a couple nods there. You get it. If you've been like me, you make a video, you try and email it, and you get, oh, file's too big. It's annoying. You know, I got to Dropbox it or throw it in Google Drive or upload it to YouTube and then send them a link. It's a pain, right? Within Video Buzz, we've developed what we call Vmail, and this allows you to choose a real cool customized template, and your videos will reside in there, and we've developed a mechanism to allow you to create these videos and to send them through email, right? So you can utilize the power of your databases or of shooting an email, but you also get the benefit of having video be what's delivered. So we're going to go in, we're going to make a couple of these just so that, again, we can kind of, you know, shake you around a little bit and promise you that nothing's going to jump out and bite you. Okay. You can get in here, play around, have some fun, you know, test it out. So this first option here is to record. The second option is content. I'll go ahead and just click on content just to give you a quick preview here. Again, the difference here being content, I'm going to jump to this page, which I totally get it, right? Looks a little bit intimidating. Post fuel, we've actually changed this a little bit where it's going to outline for you. Step 1, enter your title and description. Step 2, enter your scenes that you want. So it's going to break it down even better for you. But on this one page, what I want you to kind of take away from this or remember is if you can kind of split the screen in half visually, on this left-hand side, this is you creating your video. On the right-hand side this is you sharing your video. Okay, so what do you want the title and description to be? What scenes or media do you want to use? What background music? Those 4 things is all. I'm going to go ahead and create this. My description, we'll just kind of type some gibberish here. You can see on the right-hand side, this will automatically populate a preview of what this is going to look like out on social media. My scene editor, if I click to enter my scene editor, I can now choose to add some media. I can add existing content that I've already used. Let's see if I've got any media in here. Oh, it looks like it's pulling yours. We'll go ahead and browse, and I'm just going to load a few photos that I've got on my computer, just so you can see the visual here. So these will load all my individual scenes. These can be, again, still photos, panoramas, 360s, full motion video. Like this could be you talking, this could be you walking around the city, or town. Once you've got them loaded, you'll click Add Scene. And now what you will see is all of these pop in individually like so, okay? You can change the duration. If you want, you can, drag and drop these into a different scene order. You can delete a scene, totally up to you. So once you're done, you'll click Save and Exit. That will be saved in your scene. I can choose my background music. And then up on the right-hand side, I'm going to choose how I want to share this. So I can share to social media, which, as you can see, is the default. Here I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have YouTube, all connected. If you want to share this to multiple places all at once, you can click on the little share icon and choose all of these, okay? Down below, you'll notice that you also have bumpers available. So if you would like to have an intro bumper and an outro bumper, so at the front, it would be branded to you and the brokerage, and on the back, it would have, again, you, your brokerage, and your contact information. You can click that on right there. And then I would simply click share, and it's going to process this video with my title and description, and it's going to share it to whatever social media account I have clicked on. Okay. Now, the other option is, as you can see the toggle here, to share as a Vmail. So if I toggle that over, and this section, again, I almost feel bad, but not really. But this is going to change a little bit for you in a month. So jump in here and play. This still works awesome. It's super fun to utilize, but we've just streamlined this a little bit so it's more intuitive after Fuel, okay? But how this works, you'll click on Vmail. I'm going to type in my email address or addresses. If you put a comma and you can start typing. The other option that you have is that you can create or edit a group. Okay, so you can see here there's some different groups that have been put in here. If you have a group, you can upload. I'll just click on this so you can see. Hopefully this pop-up is showing through the Zoom, but here you can title this. Maybe this is my luxury buyers or my first-time home buyers, or my property managers or whatever, right? If you've got a certain group that you like to market to, you can create a group. You can import a CSV. If you've got a CRM, you want to download all the contacts and just import them here, you can do that and then save your group. And now moving forward, if you wanted to send them a Vmail, you can just click on whichever ones and, whichever group you want, and it will automatically send this Vmail to everybody in that group, okay? Down below, you can see here a bunch of different templates that are available. So if this was, a quick message, about my open house that I've got coming up, I could just scroll through here and I could find an open house. There's my open house, and I'll add my bumpers and I would click share. And now it's going to take my video that I created. It's going to say, hey, join me for this open house. And this is where my video would sit inside of the Vmail that gets delivered. Okay. So what I would encourage you to do on this is jump in here, play with this, make a video and just send it to yourself. Don't feel like, oh, what if I press share? The world's going to see it. No, they don't have to. Jump in, toggle this over to Vmail, type your own email address in here and send yourself a couple of these. Share it to yourself and just see, what did that look like? How's my description look? What are my favorite templates? If I tweak with the scene or what do things look like, so that you can gain a little confidence in the system and have a better understanding, of how it functions, how it works, and what it is that ultimately you'll be delivering to your respective clients. Okay. Now let's jump out of here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. And I want to focus for maybe 5-10 minutes on this record section, and then we're going to be done. I promise. Thanks for sticking with me. So under record, and again, how we get there, under studio on the left, and this either record or you can utilize your content. So we're going to click record. Now this is really fun and really powerful. This gives you the opportunity to get your face on camera, which I don't know how many of you, follow statistics or things like that, but anytime that either your clients see you talking to them in an email, when they get their Vmail delivered and it's wrapped really nice and looks pretty, and they see you've got a message you're starting to say to them, the click-through rate on those is insane, up over 92%, right? So they want to know, hey, what's Bethany saying? What's Mo got to, oh, he's talking to me. I'm going to click and play that video. So it's a really powerful way when you are on camera. The other thing is how many of us, myself included, I'm much more inclined, just stats prove this. If I'm on Facebook or Instagram and somebody, not something, but somebody is talking, I'm much more inclined to, hey, what Sally's got to say, if you're giving a market update as this shows, or, hey, this is what we're seeing in this price point, or this is what Bellevue is doing right now. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on in Bellevue heading into the spring market. Things like that. If there's any way for you to deliver a message where it's you talking, this is a really, really fun tool to utilize. So here's how it works. You click on studio, you click on record. You have a couple different options. One, standard video. Two, you can do a screen recording. Again, one of the cool new things you're going to see here shortly is we've also added a picture-in-picture. So if you are wanting to give a presentation and have a little picture-in-picture where you're also on camera delivering the message, that feature is built and ready to rock as well. So some fun, cool stuff coming. Teleprompter text. If you're just wanting to hop on and say, hey, man, Bethany, it was so awesome seeing you today. Thanks for the coffee. Can't wait to do it again. Hope all's well with you and the fam. Bye for now type of a thing. Super quick, casual. You might not need a teleprompter. However, if you were wanting to type out, some different statistics or, hey, here's where interest rates are at. This is what we think, with the Fed doing this, blah, blah, blah. Here's how it's impacting. If you wanted to make sure you were quoting things right, you can come in here and you can type, whatever it is that you want. And what this will do is, as you can see with the teleprompter, it's going to roll through this teleprompter. So I'm going to just load this up real quick so you can see how it scrolls. Okay. What this will do now is it's going to allow you to choose whichever camera. So if you have a GoPro hooked up or a auxiliary camera, secondary camera in your computer that you utilize, it'll give you the option of the different cameras. Down below, I can choose my text speed, my font size. So if I want it smaller or larger. And then, of course, the spacing in between those lines. If I wanted it less, if I wanted it more, totally up to you, okay? Background color and font color, everybody reads a little bit differently. And so, whatever your preference is, everybody's eyes, kind of operate a little different. So you get to customize this however you want. Now, the first couple times you do this, as Bethany can probably attest to, you're probably going to start the recording. Oh, shoot, it's going too fast. Stop, adjust the text speed a little bit faster, slower. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Once you get it where you want it, wherever you leave these settings, the system will automatically remember for you. So you don't have to fiddle with it every single time. Just if it's your very first time, make sure you get these settings where it's comfortable for you, a comfortable speed and cadence, because then the system will remember it for you moving forward, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Recording. Before I do that, what I want to make sure everybody hears or knows is, again, if you have never done this before, and it's going to be your first time today, because I know you're going to go try it, right? When you click Start Recording, you'll see a little pop-up in the top that, like if you're in Chrome, right? It's going to ask you, hey, the browser, Chrome, is going to ask you, do you give permission to VideoBuzz to utilize your camera and your microphone? Please make sure that you click yes on that. Otherwise, it makes it really hard for us to record your face or your voice, right? The browser then won't let us. So when you do see that prompt by Chrome, just make sure that you click, yep, it's cool. And that gives our application access, you know, to use your camera and use your microphone to do your recordings for you, okay? So we'll click start recording, kind of show you how easy this is. It gives me a 5-second countdown so I can get ready, get my smile going, right? And then now what you're gonna see is, here I am on camera. Hi, everybody. You can see that teleprompter up top, right? So the teleprompter starts to scroll. This is where I can kind of test my cadence, see, you know, am I reading at a casual pace? Am I sped up too much? What do I need to tweak or change? So it might take you that first couple of times. Now, the other thing that I want you to notice is down below here, where it said start recording, that button stays right there, but it's going to change now to stop recording. So once you're all done and you've delivered your message and you know you say, hey, thanks everybody for joining, you simply click on that button again and it's going to go ahead and stop the recording. And now our system is going to take that. We're going to go ahead and process that video for you and give you a couple quick options. That first option, as soon as this is done, as you can see, is you can use this recording. If you didn't like, you know, how you spoke, or maybe you stuttered, or there was a loud noise in the background, or, you know, whatever, you can click to re-record. Or if you just haven't had enough caffeine yet, you're gonna try again later, you can click on cancel. You can come back later on and do that. But we're gonna go ahead and click use recording to kind of show this demo. And what this will do now is it's gonna take me to a page that is very similar, if you remember, to when we did the content one. So remember when we were doing content, we needed a couple of things, a title, a description, and all of our scenes, right? We would upload our media. Well, with record, that's our media, right? So all you need now is a title, a description. This is our video that we just shot. And now on the right-hand side, how do you want to share that? I can share to social. So I choose whichever, you know, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whichever account I want. I could click share, or I can share this as a Vmail. And if this was, you know, as I mentioned, me saying, hey, Bethany, great grabbing coffee, I would type in Bethany's email address. I would choose whichever one of these, you know, hey, thanks, you know, quick note just to say thank you. It was great to see you, what have you. And I would click share. And now my video gets wrapped in this template and gets delivered out to whoever it is that I'm wanting to send it to. Okay, so again, Studio, super, you know, at least should be super easy to jump in and play around. My encouragement to you is, look here's Bethany, here's Steve. Jump in and just do a couple. Just play around. You're not going to hurt anything. You won't blow anything up or break anything. But I would encourage you, jump in, record, set your teleprompter, you know, do this a couple times and just get a feel for it. And whenever it is that you're done and you want to share, just share it to yourself so that you can get a feel, you know, and see that. One of the cool things with this, and then I promise I'm done, is once these are done, you'll notice that you have the ability. So this is the video, right? It'll have a click to play a video and how long the video is inside of that Vmail that gets delivered. But one of the cool things too here is that you have analytics. So we are able to track for you this video, how many views it's had, how many times people have opened the video, who all it was sent to. You'll notice on the right-hand side, I can see, you know, whoever this is, Paris in Seattle, when this was sent, when they saw it. So if you sent this to, you know, maybe you were giving your client an update. Hey guys, you know, here's a recap of how the week has been. We're rocking and rolling. I got an open house coming up next week, but let me tell you what's going on with your listing. If you wanted to send that in a Vmail, you're going to be able to see, oh, looks like they just opened it. So they did get my message, right? So again, you know, you don't have to, but under that analytics button there, it makes it kind of a cool feature for those that are wondering, what's the performance of this? If you sent out, you know, and wanted to kind of test, maybe you sent out a July 4th email, or you sent out a happy St. Patrick's Day email, You sent out a happy Thanksgiving email and you wanted to kind of see, hey, which one of the holidays do I seem to get the most or the best open rate or whatnot? Just kind of some cool analytics for those of you that like to geek out like me, on what that does. So at any rate, hopefully you guys, this gives you a little bit of a jump start in here. If this isn't your first time, hopefully it was a good refresher. But if it is, again, click in here and play around. Jump in your follow-ups if you want to enroll some free properties. Automation, there's those 2 sections that are set it and forget it. When you click in here, get your listings automatically marketed for you. Get your client reviews turned on, they'll automatically market for you, and then you're done. In Studio, this is kind of your own little studio. It's your own little playground. Jump in here, test some recordings out, make some videos with content you got. It costs you nothing. It's just kind of a fun little tool to, help easily add video into your marketing arsenal. So with that said, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to kind of open it up. I know we got a couple minutes. If anybody has questions, or Bethany, if you've got any questions, you guys, we're here to help support you. If you need anything from us, you just click right here on resources. You can fill out any of these, the support ticket. It goes to our support team. They're great. If you have any glitches or a problem connecting an account or whatever. And this won't be the last time that we do a live webinar as well. So any of you that need one-on-one help, if we want to get on and do another company thing, we're totally accessible. Not just as we've got cool new features coming out, like we've got a mobile app we're coming out with in March. But as new things roll out, if you see it, want a little extra training, just reach out to us. We're happy to hop on and do some quick meetings with you. So that being said, Bethany, the floor is yours. Thank you for having me, and everybody for being so patient with me.
What questions do we have? Is there anything that Mo can answer for you guys? You are very thorough, Mo. You very rarely leave anything in doubt or question.
I do have a question, Bethany. Hey, Mo, question. What's the maximum size for a file if I were to do email? Yeah,
great question. So maximum size for files being uploaded is 2 gig, which is huge, right? That's a ginormous file. So there's very little restriction on our end. However, I will caution you that the larger the file you're uploading, the longer it will take to process the video, right? So just be a little bit more patient. Or same thing with Studio. If you record yourself for 30 seconds, it's going to encode a lot faster than if you sit there yapping for 10 minutes, right? So the bigger the video, the longer it will take to process. That's the one little caveat there. As far as the Vmails go, you can upload as big of a video as you want. And the reason is that what we do is we condense that video into a short animation or animated video. And that's how we end up delivering this inside of the email. And so we don't deliver, if you had a huge, file, 100 meg file that was in your email, it's going to sit behind this video and not actually engage until they click to play it. And so that's what allows us to deliver these emails seamlessly, regardless of if this is 55 seconds or 4 seconds or 3 minutes, right? So video length has no bearing on if the Vmail can get delivered or not. Did that answer your question, Julian, or no?
No, it definitely did. Is there, when you're recording, is there a preferred, if I go 1080 versus 4K, obviously 4K is going to be totally heavier, it gets more to process. Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter at all in our system. It's great. If there's a preferred, when you use that language, if there's anything preferred, what we prefer is that it's 30 seconds or less. And the reason for that's critical has nothing to do with our system. It has everything to do with exposure on social media. And what we have found is 30 seconds or less is the sweet spot for Facebook and Instagram and TikTok to really promote and push your videos to the top. Once you get 30 to 60 seconds, that still is a good sweet spot. But once you get longer than 60 seconds, the crawling or I don't want to get too techie here, their promotion of videos longer than 60 seconds it tanks by about 85%. Right? So it's like the social media networks, they penalize us if we've got super long videos. They want that short story, short form video. So our biggest preferred or recommended thing, as you all are making these, if it's going to be sent to social media, would be 30 seconds or less is numero uno. Under 60 seconds is second. If you got to go longer than a minute, then hey, you got to go longer than a minute. But the best performance or bang for your buck out on social is that, 30-second to 60-second sweet spot. But file type 1080p, 4K, 720p, that doesn't matter as much. We'll produce whatever quality you recorded.
Thank you.
Good information, Mo. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And if there's no more questions, we'll cut you guys loose. Thanks for being here. Go try Studio. It's actually kind of fun. And Mo, thank you for all your help with this. I appreciate it as always.
You bet. Thanks for having me, everyone. Have a great day.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.